Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thanks for coming back by the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel. From the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama, I bring to you today a needle drop, detailed review of this new 2024 release, Cory Weeds and Champian Fulton album, recorded live in the studio at OCL Studios near Calgary, Canada. Pretty excited about this. I ran across Cory Weeds a couple of years ago online, and I've listened to a couple of his albums here and there, but I have not bought any on vinyl until just the last week or so. This came in. This is an 8-track LP that is pressed on 180-gram vinyl and is limited to only 300 copies. So if you like this, I would suggest go ahead and getting one while you still can. Cory Weeds, of course, is a Canadian jazz saxophonist from the Vancouver area. He's also the founder and owner of Cellar Music Group record label. And at the age of 26, he purchased a jazz club, which was called the Cellar Jazz Club. And then in 2001, he started the record label. And unfortunately, the club closed its doors in 2014. But since the founding of this label, he's released more than 350 recordings and has produced over 200. And he's worked alongside of a lot of great musicians like Christian McBride, Joey DeFrancesco, Peter Bernstein, Eric Alexander, Joe Farnsworth, and many others. He has 20 albums to his credit, and he also works as an educator and offers clinics on saxophone and teaches the business of music and even offers private lessons. So Cory Weeds is a very active jazz musician, and I'm looking forward to hearing this on record. I've listened to this streaming. It's just him playing saxophone, and Champian Fulton is a wonderful piano player and a beautiful vocalist. She was born in Oklahoma, who was inspired by her father, who was a trumpet player. And a lot of musicians came and hung out at their home, including Clark Terry, who inspired her to focus on jazz. And she basically was paid, her first musical engagement was at Clark Terry's 75th birthday party when she was just 10 years old. So she's a very competent piano player, a very good vocalist. She's performed with Lou Donaldson, Scott Hamilton, Buster Williams, Louis Hayes, and others. And her influences are Bud Powell, Red Garland, Errol Garner, Count Basie, Sarah Vaughan, Dinah Washington. It has 17 albums as a leader, and she's not very well known, which is another reason why I really want to do this review. So I'm going to open this up. We're going to drop the needle on it and see how this sounds. Again, this was recorded at the OCL Studios, live in front of an audience. So we're going to see how this sounds. This was, we'll get into who produced it and how it was recorded and engineered, mixed, and mastered in just a moment. So what I'm going to do is open this up, and this is, again, just 180-gram vinyl. Only 300 of these were made. So, and of course, you know, these days, if you're not very well known, if you're not a Wynton Marsalis or, you know, someone who's very, very well known, it's difficult to sell 300 records in this day and age, especially when it comes to jazz. So this, I think, is going to be something kind of unique because you just have the two of them sitting there playing together. And again, I listened to it streaming. Here is the record. So let me open this up. All right, it does come in a nice anti-static sleeve. I like these sleeves, so that's a bonus right there. The card stock is, you know, I think about average. It's not the real flimsy card stock, but, you know, it's not an acoustic sounds either, but there you have it. I'm going to pull this out. We're going to clean it off with distilled water. I also want to just thank you guys for watching these videos. I hope that you're enjoying them, and I hope that it's bringing to light some pressings perhaps you wouldn't come across. And I kind of like to do these kind of reviews. And even though a lot of times they only get 100 only get 100 views or so, you know, and I think it's a shame because, you know, if people would share these reviews, these records could get more exposure, and I think they deserve it. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. And, you know, if you think somebody may enjoy this, even though you might not like it, please share it with other people, you know, and put it out there. And hopefully, you know, I think that as people become exposed to a lot of this music, that they'll be open to purchasing it. And I think that these kinds of musicians are something that's sadly overlooked in the vinyl community. You just don't get a lot of people reviewing these records here. So, all right, I'll clean this off. I'm going to drop on side 1, side A, Boss Touch. We'll play a couple of songs. We'll see how this sounds. And here we go. Playing it on the Fluence with the Ortofon Blue, Shit Monty preamp into Yamaha HS8 speakers. All right, 43 minutes and 25 seconds worth of music on this record. Produced by Scott Morin. This was engineered, mixed, and mastered by Spencer Shane. If you like straight ahead jazz, I think you're probably going to like the music for sure. So far I hear just a little bit of surface noise. It's flat pressing. Nice sounding recording. Kind of have the piano a little bit to this side, saxophone a little to this side, but it does come through both speakers, both instruments. Has nice depth to it. It's a warm sound. It's pretty nice so far. Of course, with 2 instruments, there's a lot of room. So sounding record so far. Yeah, so the piano you hear just emphasized a little bit to the right, but you hear it in both speakers. Very warm sounding, has nice depth to it. Just a little surface noise, so, you know, here and there. times previous to this live record. When the vocals kick in on the next tune. Which is going to be a Cole Porter tune. It's Alright With Me. We'll hear how that sounds when the vocals are added to the mix here. Nice. So far the recording sounds really good. Again, you only have 2 instruments, so there's a lot of room, a lot of space. It's very warm. It's a nice mix, has depth to it, warmth to it. Again, it's recorded in front of a small audience in the studio. So we'll hear on this tune, It's Alright With Me, a Cole Porter tune, how the vocals sound when they're added in here.
It's the wrong time and the wrong place. Though your face is charming, it's the wrong face. It's not his face. Oh, but such a charming face that it's all right with me. It's the wrong song and the wrong
So the vocals are just, again, like the piano, just slightly to the right, but does
it's the wrong
show up in both speakers.
It's not his smile, but such a lovely smile. Well, it's all right with me. You can't know how happy I am that we met. I'm strangely attracted to you. There's someone I'm trying so hard to forget. Don't you want to forget someone too? It's the wrong game with the wrong chips. Though your lips are tempting, they're the wrong lips. They're not his lips.
What a great
Oh,
singer.
but such tempting lips that if some night you're
Great
free,
phrasing.
well, it's all right. All right. All right with me.
Yeah, vocals sound pretty good. I would say, just personal, I would have balanced the vocals perfectly in the center if it was me. I know he's probably going for a live sound, so probably wanted to keep it like that. But I think it would have made the vocals kind of stand out a little more if it was evenly balanced in both speakers. That's just personal preference. It does sound good though. Yeah, nice recording. The pressing is, I wouldn't call it audiophile pressing because I can hear just a little surface noise here and there. I'll clean it off again, but it sounds like it's in the record because you can kind of hear it, as it goes around just a little bit here and there. But so far it hasn't been distracting from the music, so I'm not going to send it back or anything like that, but playing's fantastic. Piano's got a nice sound to it, nice depth, resonance. Very good player. And again, these very little in the vinyl community that I've heard about any of their records. So I've got plenty of more reviews coming up that are jazz, kind of more obscure titles. So stay tuned for those. Like straight ahead jazz and kind of laid back, but really intense playing for just two people here, and I think it's fantastic. That's why I picked it up after listening to it. Streaming.
I'm strangely attracted to you. There's someone I'm trying so hard to forget. Don't you want to forget someone too? It's the wrong game and the wrong chips. Your lips are tempting, they're the wrong lips. They're not his lips. Oh, but such tempting lips that if some night you're free, well, it's all right. All right.
And I think it's important to point out, the jazz vocalists don't get enough credit, even when we look at the great Billie Holiday, Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, etc. When it comes to jazz, they're still underappreciated. And there's something special about a real jazz vocalist who really has that jazz vocabulary, that jazz phrasing, and she has it, that's for sure. All right, let's listen to one more tune, Too Marvelous for Words.
You're just too marvelous for words, like glorious and glamorous, and that old standby amorous. It's all too wonderful. I'll never find the words that say enough.
Yeah.
I mean, they just aren't swell enough. You're much, too much, and just too very, very to ever be.
Fantastic.
In Webster's dictionary, and so I'm borrowing.
Again, only 300 of these are pressed, so they are limited edition. If you like this, go pick it up. Let me know. Leave your comments. I'd love to hear what you guys comment on these. And give a thumbs up and share the review with other people. All right, we will see you on the next video. Happy listening to all y'all out there, and we'll talk to you later on.